Hello, online pipe community. Ethan, Parsimonious Piper here. Today we've got an old school Morsels for mental manducation. Father Brian was just getting back from his vacation this last week when my parents came to visit for a week. So we missed connecting in order to do another C.S. Lewis Screwtape Letters episode. But I came across something this week that I think you might find interesting. First, in a Briarly billiard, nice light color, I have got another bowl of that Peter Stokkebye Amsterdam number 93 that we will talk about tomorrow. This week I read an interesting article. It was an article asking why NPCs in games haven't really gotten a whole lot better. What is an NPC, you may ask? That is a non-player character. In computer and console games, for those of you who are not gamers, there are a couple different kinds of non-player characters. One type, somebody is a character that's completely in the background. You never interact with that particular character. You may be in a city scene and there's somebody in the background walking a dog. But you never interact with that person, and the character has no impact on the game. Other non-player characters do have an impact on the game, and you do interact with them. They could be enemy soldiers that you are fighting against. They could be people who open and close doors. There's all kinds of things. You may have some sort of a conversation with them, or some other interaction that does have an impact on gameplay. But those NPCs, while they have improved some, the ones that interact with the game have improved some, they really haven't improved a ton in terms of their non-predictability. You see, once you if you're trying to get through a particular scenario in a game and you keep failing, you'll notice that the NPCs, if there are any, do either the same thing every time, or they do one of just a handful of things. But you learn how to deal with each of those things that the NPC does. And you realize that NPC is just acting the way it's programmed to act. In real life, are you an NPC? Real life NPCs come in a variety of flavors too, but all of them have taken themselves out of the game. They've become programmed in some way. For example, have you stopped trying because you have bought the lie that you can't because of your race or your gender, or because your parents weren't good parents? They abused you, or they neglected you, or they just didn't help you with your education. Have you been told that you're dumb? Did you struggle in school? There are all kinds of things that we can be programmed to believe, and then we parrot those things as reasons for sitting it out, not really participating in the game. Well, once you're an adult, you got to quit that. You got to quit letting your programming determine how you live your life. Don't let other people tell you you can't get ahead, you can't do better than you're doing right now because of X, no matter what that X is. Because you can always choose a better path. You can choose to educate yourself farther, to get training. You know, if book learning is not your thing, you can always get more training in some field or skill. Make yourself more valuable, either to an employer or to your own company, if you want to work for yourself. That you can't do better than you're doing right now, I don't care who you are, is a lie. And the person who's telling you that you're being held back, that somehow life is stacked against you, well, maybe life is stacked against you. Maybe you do really have some disadvantages that other people didn't have. Truth is, regardless of those disadvantages, you can do better than you're doing right now by not going along with those lies. Choice is yours. It really is. You are not a helpless NPC who can only do what his programmers have made him to do. It's up to you whether you sit the game out. I'm going to suggest that you don't. With that, let something you like. Don't be an NPC. Enjoy the rest of this week.